Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rachel Wittlin. I'm our Manager of Professional Services here at UpKeep.
Hey, y'all. I'm Spencer. I'm a Senior Product Manager here at UpKeep.
And I'm excited to join you all this Friday. Ryan is out. So for any of you who have been with UpKeep for a while, you might recall I used to actually host these videos with Ryan. So I'm super excited to join this Friday. But just to go over what we've released this week, some very exciting new features and functionality at UpKeep. So the first one being we have a new and improved work order list experience. So this will be available for beta testing. When Spencer does a demo, he'll show you how you can enable that within your account. We also, following that new streamlined experience, we're really going for consistency across the different portions of the application. So with that, we've also released a new interface for meters. So you'll see that same type of sleek interface for meters that you're going to see for work orders as well. Additionally, we've also done some enhancements for our Edge product where we now have the ability to filter assets by custom fields. So pulling in any of those custom fields to help you identify your assets, being able to pull those into Edge. And then we also have released this new ability to access all voice activated requests within the mobile application. So if you may recall, we recently released a really cool feature for being able to create work orders and requests by voice activation. Now with this new release, you actually have the ability to access all of those voice recordings, so you can always reference them and then take action again. So super excited. That's going to be what we show in the demo here when I hand it over to Spencer in just a minute. But also just wanted to talk to two other enhancements that we made. So on the back end, we've also improved our mobile app performance that if something doesn't work as expected, we're actually able to gather more information on the back end for our team to help troubleshoot. So where this really benefits our customers and the value that it brings is it's going to help eliminate some of that back and forth of what version of the application, kind of walking us through some of that information that we're actually going to be able to capture on the back end. And then lastly here, we also now have the ability to associate vendors via the API. So being able to, anyone who's integrating with UpKeep, being able to actually assign vendors directly to work orders through the API. So with that, Spencer, I'll hand it over to you to give a demo of some of those first features that I mentioned.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Rachel. All right. I am super thrilled to be showing you all a new version of work orders. This has been a long time coming, and you've seen us make improvements across parts, inventory, purchase orders, and we are stepping our toes here into work orders. So you should notice now when you come to the work orders list, this little toggle here at the top that says beta. You can toggle this on at any point. And you'll see a brand new way of experiencing work orders in UpKeep. Hopefully this list and this experience will feel familiar to you. This is kind of the same way that we've been handling lists, across the application, and we're sort of bringing that same modernization here to work orders. Some things that are new and exciting about this is you can now scroll this. You can add columns and control the order of columns on your work order list. So you can really customize this view to be exactly what you want to see. Beyond that, when you actually click into work orders, we're now using this work order modal. So the same modal that we introduced in our last video and that you started to see pop up on your asset list and your part list, now you can use that directly here in work orders. And the whole purpose of this modal is to try and sort of lay out information in a way that's a little easier to digest. So we've got things sort of like summaries at the top telling you how many tasks you've completed, how many tasks you have on the work order, things like how many parts you've consumed, the total time, total cost. We've surfaced the asset as well as the asset status. So you can do things like change your asset status directly from a work order. You can also change the priority directly from this page without having to go into the edit mode. You can quickly add time, cost, parts, etc., all on this page. And again, this is in a beta state. So at any point, if sort of this isn't working for you, you find bugs, first of all, please let us know. The whole point is to gather feedback from you, our customers, the people who sort of make this all happen, so that we can continue to improve this and make sure that this experience works for you. But if at any point you kind of aren't able to use this or don't want to, for the time being, you can also switch this back off and continue to use work orders in the same way that you always have been using them. So yeah, again, please let us know what feedback you have, and we are very excited to keep working towards getting this thing live for you guys. All right, Secondly, meters also have a brand new user interface here. So again, in keeping with these same patterns, you'll see the same list here, the ability to add filters. None of the sort of actual feature functionality with meters has changed. You'll see all the same stuff, the ability to add readings, the ability to see a history of your readings, the ability to create work order triggers, so on and so forth. But this is all about sort of, again, bringing that same consistent experience to our entire application. So you can see now purchase orders, parts and inventory, meters, work orders, assets, all of it is sort of using the same pattern so that it's easier and easier for you all to navigate through the application. All right, here in Edge, we now have the ability to filter your assets by custom fields. So up top here, you'll see a little filter for custom fields. Say you have a custom field that's actually just called asset custom field with the option of test one, you can click that. And now it's just going to return all the assets that sort of match this filter. So this is, again, really helpful if you have a large number of assets that you're using to track with Edge. And you have custom fields that are sort of helping you identify those assets. Now you can filter that down right here. All right, and last but certainly not least, in our mobile iOS app, you now have the ability to access all of your voice-activated requests. So here in the app, on the bottom right corner in the More section, you'll see this section called Voice-Activated Requests. When you click into this section, you'll actually be able to see all of the old voice-activated requests, the voice recordings themselves. And you can sort of click into them. If you wanted to create, another work order or another request from that same voice memo, you could do that here in the application. And again, this just gives you that context so you can understand all the voice activated requests your team has created, access them for sort of historical purposes, and yeah, go from there. That is all I have for you all today. Back to you, Rachel.
Awesome. Thanks, Spencer. Super exciting stuff. And as Spencer mentioned, we're always looking for feedback. So please go in, test the beta for work orders, and just let us know if there's any feedback that you have. Everyone have a great weekend.
Thanks, y'all.